Hello everybody and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Mills County. This map can be found over at AmericanEaglesModding.com and I'll have a link to the map in the description below. Now this map has apparently been leaked on Facebook, not by the mod author but by someone I guess who had obtained a copy maybe for testing or for other purposes. And the mod author has decided to officially release this particular version of the map over at American Eagles Modding. This map, he says, may be newer than the version that was leaked. So I would always encourage you to try to obtain the most official copy as you can, and that's why I could have gotten earlier versions of this map, but I chose to hold off simply because I didn't feel that it was right to do a video on a map that basically was not released by the author, basically that it was leaked. I waited until the author had finally gotten around to publishing his map for reals, and here it is. So let me read a little bit of the description over at American Eagles Modding. I'll skip the whole part about the map being leaked, but this map is based off the northern Midwest of the U.S. It has default crops plus rye, oats, and milo. It has chopped straw for all crops and is fully seasons mod compatible. So there is this full snowmask, custom climate file, and daylight for the region and latitude. And some custom season textures are also built into the map. This map has multi-terrain angle with 32 angles built in. Additionally, it is compatible with the latest release of moreRealistic from Dural. Map author recommends using the physics and gameplay for moreRealistic, and the map has built-in custom files for all of the default crops and fill types. There's also lime and wet distillers buyable at the ethanol plant that have also been added to the map. The map has a number of different sized farms, all with their own storage capabilities, along with small to huge fields as well. There are default animals and ability to do some light logging. Then he goes on to list many of Farm Sim 17 folks, kind of a virtual who's who of Farm Sim 17. Modders and players are listed there with respect to giving thanks. So let's go ahead and jump on into the map itself. So we're just going to get rid of the straw add-on just because I don't want to confuse some things with respect to what the animals take. And let's go ahead and pull up the log. Now I did do one edit to the map to correct an error that I was getting in the log. It was a very simple edit that anyone would be able to do, and probably the mod author, once he realizes that this was in there, he would probably be slapping his face palm at himself, if you will. But up here, right below the sky dust.i3d file, I was getting an error that related to a concrete texture in the map. Basically, there were 2 backslashes in the path, and the game didn't like that. So I went in and edited the map01.i3d file and basically found that line that referenced the 2 backslashes. I removed 1 backslash, saved the i3d file, and then basically put it back in the zip, and there you go. Error is solved. So that's what I did to get rid of the error. Other than that, the map's going to load up error free. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So the default starting point here is at the shop. It's rather an interesting start point. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map itself. So there you go. We've got lots of fields on this map. Let's go ahead and toggle off the plowing and the fertilizing so we can kind of see a little bit better. We have approximately 81 fields on this map, and we own fields 7, 9, 13, 14, 16, 18, and 20 start. Field 41 is the largest field on the map, and during our tour we will explore that and basically see how big that particular field is. In addition, let's go ahead and toggle this back on. You'll notice that 7, 9, 13, 14, and 18 all have been plowed. Also notice if we turn on fertilization, that field 7, 9, 13, 14, 16, 18, and part of 20, that's interesting, part of 20 have already been fertilized. There you go. So here we are. We've got our standard crop types plus oat, rye, and milo. And something else I want to point out that I just noticed is that you'll notice sugarcane is now gone. Sugarcane is not listed here because it's not a crop that is accepted in the map, it appears. But if you look at the prices screen, there is a price column for sugarcane. It's something new that I think is with the latest 1.5.3 or 1.5.3.1 release. Let's go ahead and take a look at our prices screen. So we did this video on hard mode, and that's why we don't have anything in the farm silo, but we do have several sell points that accept our crops. There is a grain storage that obviously doesn't sell our crops, but allows us to store our crops. So I have a sell point for our wool, wood chips, plus hay, straw, and grass, and there are extra crops. This would be, I guess, distillers corn. He called it something. Distillers, wet distillers, and lime. Got a decent little list of starting equipment. Now note the New Holland here. It's got 52 days on it, and it's pretty darn expensive. So you're probably best to get rid of that thing lickety split because it's going to be costing you a fortune day one. Let's go ahead and take out a loan. That way we can go around and buy up our animals. And this map, as I said in the description, is fully seasons prepared. We have sheep, pigs, and cows all on this map. We don't start with any cows or animals and nothing in the various feed troughs. And our silo has a capacity of 300,000 liters. Now that's a little misleading because this map has many silos. Basically each farm has its own silo. And let's take a look at the map again. Let's tick off the little home thing and let's get rid of a couple of these other icons. So let's take a look up here. We've got farm. Let's toggle over. So this is a decent view. All right, so we have farm 7, farm 8, farm 9, dairy farm, farm 11, hog farm, sheep farm, farm 10, it says Maine, interesting, farm 4, farm 5, farm 6, I guess, go up farm support, farm 3. Let's see farm. It's the hog farm or the dairy farm. This was one of the others. So you can see there are 10, is that the biggest number? There are 10 farms all on the map. That means that there's at least 10 silos on the map because each farm has its own silo. Put these things up there. Now let's take a look at our starting equipment. Start with 3 tractors. The Case 8340, the New Holland 8340. That's the one that you want to get rid of right away. Go ahead and get rid of it so you can see. Gone. We've got our Case IH and our Fendt 700. We've got front loader arms and a pallet fork. We've got the 5.90 New Holland harvester and the grain header. And then we've got the header trailer. Always get hung up on that. We've got our tipper. Nice size cultivator and seeder. Fertilized sprayer. Got the New Holland disc spine for our mower, windrower. Got ourselves a pickup truck and a leveler to start out with. Let's go ahead and I'm trying to lease up, or we're not going to do the convertible. Well, I guess we will do the convertible, but it'll be a different different design. Go ahead and go with a red and black this time around. Is. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit reset and see what happens. Where does it go? There you go. Nowhere. Basically, it went around the building, I think. There it is. It just moved over here. So, at any rate, there's a shop, and I believe around the corner you had your customize and sell icons. Let's take a look. Can't find those. There it is. There's the customize sell icon, shop icon. Go ahead and get over here and get in our Jeep. Now, this building, when I checked it out earlier, I don't believe this building has openable doors. Just kind of warp through these. I don't believe this door opens. Trying to open. Nothing is happening. This door is already open. Probably store things in there if you go through the open door. Alright, we're going to zoom all the way out here. Start up our Jeep and just have a little look around. We do have traffic on the map, as you can see. Got a nice baseball field back there behind the store. And a little town here. Alright, so this is a large map. This is a 4x map. So the best thing I guess we'll do is make our way up to the north and just kind of work our way around the map from that point. Interesting red wagon grill. That's an interesting building there. Fuel. And we're going to go up here and check out Farm 8 since it's on our way. We have another fuel station right across from the farm. And then each farm has its own fuel tank also. Come on in the drive here. See a little bit of grass here in front of the house. So here is Farm 8. Again, here's our silo. This will be the auger that you would fill from. And this would be the auger that you would tip into in order to fill your silos. Then we've got a little, most of these farms are pretty small farms with just a few storage buildings. So I guess this is the that's the repair trigger. Pretty interesting to hide it behind the hide it under the toolbox. That's pretty cool. So, like I said, a lot of these farms are pretty big. Oh my! Whoa! Are you what? Okay, so I think the building is in the wrong spot. Pretty sure it's not supposed to be in the middle of the road. But at any rate, okay. Oh, and he just drives. Okay. We didn't see that. Just keep on. Keep on. Oh, we got something floating there too. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Didn't see those things. Over here, let's go ahead and check out this field. Field 64. So field 64 is 25.47 hectares and it's $500,000. So field prices are pretty low. Get 25 hectare field for $500,000. That is a good deal. All right. Let's see here. Take a right or left to get where we want to go to start our tour around the map. Oh, we're up. You're going up here. Let's go ahead and swing around and just take a look this way. Fields, we gotta keep it in between the lines. There we go. Fairly flat, but still a little bit of rolling inclination to the fields. A little bit of forestry. And here we are at the distillers. Let's pull on in here. You would normally just go through the scales as opposed to going through the gate that just opened up. Go over here. Around the back, and here we go to tip in. So the distillers probably takes just corn, but let's go ahead and verify this. Ethanol plant. What is that? I guess milo or corn. Ethanol plant takes milo or corn. Come in here and tip in. And you've got a fuel point somewhere. Wondering. This may be where you get your distillers. Possibly. Just guessing. But I thought maybe there would have been a sign. Not a sign, but a digital billboard up to kind of show you the output. Or maybe you just buy it and it's not a factory type product. Check, because I don't remember in the log seeing anything about the fabric script loading up. Nope, I don't see anything about the fabric script loading up. So that's telling me that there isn't a production per se for that. You're just going to have to come and fill it up. So that is a price. Oh, and speaking of that, let me show you. Let me show you the animals because there's a little bit going on there. It's a little interesting. So here we are at the pigs. Notice the pigs take wheat, barley, rye, or oat for the cereals. And our cows take wet distillers, milo, silage, or hay for this particular food column. Typically it's just silage or hay, but wet distillers and milo have been added to that column. Let's get corrected here. And let's go up here. Borden, but I don't think Borden is an actual sell point. Let's just check. Zoom in a little bit because sometimes if you zoom in, you get a icon that you normally don't see. See it listed there. Where do I see it listed on the prices screen? There's just a decorative factory. Would be cool if that was also a sell point. Wouldn't have taken much. Here we are at the biodiesel plant. See what biodiesel, I'm sure, takes corn. It takes canola, sunflowers, or corn or soybeans. Interesting. Here, tip in. There you go. Just a sell point. They don't actually produce any type of fuel that you can use. Now let's go ahead and come down here and check out Farm 7. See Farm 7 on the PDA. We also have our animal buy point over here. 64. 64 runs through my little neck of the woods here too, but I'm not in the Midwest. Virginia. That was interesting. Get around here to farm. Guess we don't. How do we get off? Just gonna see if this fence has a collision. It does, of course. Of course, it has a collision. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Look. Exit signs. That's cool. We got a high-speed interstate here. Pretty neat. Well, let's go over here and check out these buy points, and then we'll get over to the Farm 7. Let's not have traffic. Oh, that's a disappointment if this big road doesn't have traffic on it. It could be amped up traffic like come on. Be amped up like Northwest Texas. That'd be cool. Here we have Cattlemen's Livestock Auctions. I think there is traffic. Yeah, there is traffic. It's just not very dense. We have a buy point here. Livestock auction. They take wheat or barley or corn or rye or milo, it looks like. They take a limited amount of crops. Then we have our animal buy point. Here's the trigger, and there they are. All right. So I do want to get back to Farm 7. Just real quick. Down that. That's another farm we need to get to. I do want to get to Farm 7. Yep, there is traffic on the interstate. That's good. I have to get to Farm 7 from around from the other road. So this map would be a pretty cool map for a multiplayer server where you wanted to have each player have their own farm. Looks like you could have a server with up to 10 slots, 10 different players, so they could have 10 different farms. Each farmer could have their own little fields. They wouldn't have really huge farm operations because the amount of storage at each particular farm is fairly limited, but each farmer could kind of maybe specialize in the equipment that he had, and basically you could have some, I guess, equipment sharing going on. We are at Farm 7. We've got our silo. Here we've got a bunch of silos. They're not connected though, and we only have one dump point and one fill point. Got a couple of buildings. Fuel tank over there. A couple buildings here with operable doors. Not a ton of storage, but it's not too shabby, this farm. Well, and there's your customized repair point. Alright, now let's go ahead and turn around and get back to where we were. There's that small logging area map author talked about in the description. You have a aircraft flying around the fields, or flying around the sky. Flying around the fields, anyway. Go ahead and go across the interstate again. We're going to make our way down to another farm. Then we'll work back up to the black sheep wool area. Alright, so this is another little farm here. But the farmhouse here, it's kind of a... Wow, this farmhouse has been added on quite a bit. Lots of additions on that place. Here we have 2 storage buildings and our silo system. Dump and a fill. I like how a lot of the farms are different. You will find some of these farms are similar with respect to their silos, buildings, but overall we've got 10 farms on the map that are fairly unique in their own respect. We have... Is this another farm that's not necessarily marked on the map? Maybe it's just not really a player farm. I don't see a silo system there per se, just a decorative farm. Another decorative farm back there. Here we are at the black sheep wool sell point. Here we got a JB Hunt trailer and a Schneider trailer. Pretty cool there with black sheep. This is where you're going to sell your wool. Pretty nice. There's the markers. A nice sign up here by the road. It's loading. It's a little depressing, but at any rate. Let's see here. Alright, so we might as well turn south and check out all of that area down there. Then work our way back around. Okay. I am interested in what this area is to... I guess that's wooded area, that brown area. Yeah, that brown area on the PDA must just be a wooded area. So coming up to Mills Co-op at a kind of an empty lot there. Probably could put placeables down in there if you wanted to. Here's Mills County Co-op. Come in, you go over the scale here. Make your way up here to the sell point, to the dump. Now this is the same map author that did County Line. County Line had a really cool train that drove across the map. It wasn't a drivable train, it was just an animated train where you could fill up liquid fertilizer. Be interested to see if we run across the train during our travels on this map or not. Go ahead and come over here to the next sell point. Have a fuel station. Then probably, oh, right there is the sell point for this particular facility. Let's see which one it's called. Mills County Grain Storage. Oh, so this is the grain storage. This is not a sell point, but this is grain storage. There you can see the fill and empty triggers. Dump and fill from there. Around here it looks like we have liquid fertilizer. And we have lime. This is where we can fill up our lime. I'm assuming you maybe will be able to use lime as a fertilizer in the fields. Then this looks like to be a liquid fertilizer fill point. Now over here we have a sell point named Watkins and Mills Elevator. We have Mills Elevator. That's not it. That'd be pretty hard to get to with that car there. That's it. That is it. So this is where you get to the Mills Elevator. Oops. Oops. I do hear a train. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, that is disappointing. Cars are sunk too low. Oh, that's a disappointment, guys. Alright, so here we have our sell point. Just come back around. Zoom out. And here we have Watkins, which is a log and wood chip sell point. There you can see you sell your logs right there between the stacks of logs, and here's where you dump your wood chips. You sell your wood chips. Sell your wood chips there, and you would sell your logs right there. All right. Let's turn around here. We got to go south again. Continue to go south because we got a farm all the way down here. So also in the description, and I didn't read it, the map author puts that he thinks that this will probably be his last map for Farm Sim 17. I don't know if that just means that he's just going to get around to he's going to start playing the maps now, or if he's just looking already toward Farm Sim 19 or what. But he did say he felt that this would probably be the last map that he would do Farm Sim 17. So the bridge there. So here we are at another farm. This farm has got a fairly large area for possible placing other buildings. It's our silo dump and fill right here. And we've got some little open shed here, the doors, and there you go. Shed. So while we're down here, let's go ahead and take a look at field 41. Just from the standpoint of pricing, field 41 is 69 hectares in size, and it's $1.4 million. Now we want to go up to farm 4, and work our way around the bottom of the map. A little hard to see where I'm going with that giant map in the base, but sometimes I need it to kind of figure out where the heck I should be going. So these poles do have collisions, and you see they are fairly close to the field. Fence has collisions, so you gotta watch out there. Now, road signs did not appear to be collisionable. Just a couple that I've driven through. Got a bridge here, train. Duck under that. Old county gas station with some old trucks parked there. And farm 4 is right around the bend here. Are farm 4. Got one storage building here. Little storage shed there. We got our grain. Floating light. Disappointing. We got our grain dump in, and we got our fill out. I'm seeing lots of little issues with the map that would be pretty easy to solve if you bring the map into the editor and move things around. Not really sure how you would fix the train, because I just don't have a clue on that, but there's lots of little things that you could easily fix in the editor with just maybe an hour of time and knowing where they all are fixed. That's just a static farm, but I want to check something. I want to see if we can get in this building. Some animated sheep on the farm. Oh. Like that building has a trigger on it. And that building was the Farm Sim 17 barn to sell hay, straw, and grass in, but it had the trigger removed, so it's just a static decorative item. So we're coming up to field, or to farm 10, which on the map has in parentheses main written. I don't know if that's intended to be your main farm or what that is, just a reference. To check and see if we can get into that little shed. Got our farmhouse, and here's our farm. This has a huge silo system. We have a dump on one side and a fill on the other side, so the fill is on the other side of there. And we got a little storage shed there, and we got a pretty big storage shed. This is one of the bigger farms. Store more equipment in this one. And let's see if we can get into this little building. Yep, we can. This is kind of an extension across the road of the farm. Alright, well, let's turn around. We'll go up to RR Horse Ranch. There's also the sheep farm up in that direction. And the chicken farm. Then we'll maybe make our way around to the hog farm. And ultimately we're going to end up there at Farm 9 in the north part of the map. So guys, what do you think of the map so far? Let me have a... Let's hear it in the description, in the comments, what you think of the map. Oops, I missed my turn. Where we want to go. Kind of a long driveway to get to this horse ranch. We've got animated horses here, off to the side. barn to sell our hay, straw, and grass at. That's what the horse ranch is. That's all the horse ranch is. It's just we buy hay, straw, and grass. Let's go ahead and check out the sheep farm. I think the map's pretty nice. There's lots of little things we're finding here and there, floating objects, other little quirks that are pretty quick to fix. And I'm a little disappointed to see them in the map at this point, but hey, you know, can't have everything perfect. Here's our silo fill and dump point. Got our chickens over here. And we've got our sheep over here at the grass trough, water trough, and we've got our little buy unload trigger over here. Let's go ahead and get us up some sheep. Right, there they are. So I'm not really sure where the wool spawns at this point. It'll be pretty easy to figure that out once you have some wool pallets. Kind of thinking it would make sense to spawn, well, quite honestly, I don't know where it would make sense for them to spawn. Got a storage building. Another little building over here that we could put things in. Oh, here's where the pallets spawn. But they spawn right there. There's another storage area. Alright. So let's go ahead and get turned around here and try to drive our way up to the hog farm. Okay. So it looks like we need to stay on this orange road and then make a right up to the next orange road and make a left, and then we'll be able to get into the hog facility. Another nice sign there for the horse ranch. And I don't know if you can hear. Oh, we're missing. That's nasty. I don't know if you can hear this. But we've got a humming here as we drive past the transformers. That's pretty cool. Got another small forestry area here off to our left. The non-player farm there on our right. Oh, it looks like we can get into the pig facility from here, so that's good. Really nice large grass area here to our right beside the pig area. So, at the pig area we have our farm silo right there, our dump and our fill. Storage, one of our tractors is over here, some other equipment is over here. And here we have the little pig area. It's not really big. Water in our pig food, feeding trough, and this is where we're going to buy and have our pigs delivered. There they are. So from a realism standpoint, you wouldn't really have a whole bunch of pigs on this farm. There's your liquid manure. And all of these doors do open, so these are all usable buildings. And this shed, this barn, has a openable door here. There's quite a few openable doors. Open this one if you wanted to. Then if we go around the corner here, fine, we can open up some more doors. These. Open up those. Here is our solid manure area. And that's the hog farm. Like I say, there's not a lot extra at each particular farm. Let's go out this way. Go right across the street to another farm that we can use. In fact, it has some equipment of ours already stationed at it, it looks like. Dog there walking in the yard. There's a pickup truck. A couple tractors here. So, and this is our farm silo system. We got our grain dump and our fill point. I say our farm silo system if you consider this to be your base farm or harvester. Really don't have a home farm because our career start point for every time we load up the map is over at the shop. So we can pretty much figure out wherever we want our stuff. And that would be our starting farm. So you see the repair icon again is there by the toolbox. A little bit of a home office in the building here. Our fuel. And here we got some more starting equipment just parked off here. All right. Let's see, where do we need to go? Well, we need to go back down here and catch this road and take this road over here to the other farm. Not really sure what the number is because it's kind of being blocked off by the fuel icon. Have what looks like ways to get on and off the interstate. I think before we close out the map, we're just going to jump on the interstate and drive around a little bit. Here's our next farm. Our little farm tour. Again, we have a little bit different silo system. We have a grain dump here and a grain fill point. Big vehicle shed here. Have a large area here in the middle for replaceable if you want to put down a placeable building. And our our cow farm is right up here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. This Apple Creek Dairy Farm sign here. This is quite the operation here. So we've got several buildings that we could dump heaps of stuff into or store bales into. We have our silo here where we can dump and fill from. And it's going to run around a little bit. Got a barn here. Our repair and customize icon. All of these doors open so we can make use of them. This particular door I believe opens. Let's go ahead and check it out. As well does this door. Got a shed here that opens up. So this particular area is, I believe, where you bring your water to feed your cows. And right here we have two large silage bunkers. This one has no walls, it's just kind of a flat concrete pad. And this one has two walls. Otherwise, it's just a flat concrete pad. And then we've got two big buildings here for our cows. Here's your liquid manure. And the feed troughs are right down the middle here. Put feed in here. I really wish they didn't have static cows, then animated cows in here, because the proportions aren't right. The animated cows are so much bigger than the static cows. This looks weird. Alright, here's your other barn. Again, you could feed in either barn. Now let me show you where you go to offload or buy your cows right here. Buy us up some cows. Go. Now the cows don't actually go in the cow barn. They hang out over here. Ahead. They hang out over here. This little pasture area. This is our solid manure. Liquid manure was around back. And this is kind of a little milking parlor. And it looks like this is for your milk. But I'm really not sure, because the trigger is down on the ground as if it's a dump trigger. So I'm not really sure what the heck's going on here, but this would be a perfect spot to have a fill milk trigger, since it is right by the milk parlor. Like I said, I'm a little confused as to what that trigger is for. Not to store or anything, because there isn't a fill trigger anywhere. Not even on this side of the structure. There. This milk area doesn't have collisions on it. Alright. Let's head up here to the biogas plant and check out Farm 9. And then, I guess I kind of promised that we would hit the interstate, so let's turn around and keep going north. I see the telltale signs of the biogas plant directly ahead. We do have a wide assortment of field sizes on the map. We got big fields like this one, 74. Then we got little fields like 16 and 13 and 14, 29, 33 on the map. So there's a field size for everybody here. Here's our biogas plant. Come on in here. Pay it to scales. Also buy manure. Oh, that's pressing those triggers way overhead. Here's our digestate, and then we've got our BGA bunkers, all 5 of them, all very standard farm sim territory. Then you've got your Silo King there. Alright. Turn around. Wrong way. Farm 9 is directly ahead and to our right. Then we're going to go check out that interstate. So again, let me know what you think of the map in the comments section. I think it would be a really good map. I would need to go in and fix the things that are wrong in the editor. But beyond that, without actually gameplaying on the map, you don't really have a sense for how things are. Got a small farm, got just one big vehicle shed, and our silos with our dump and fill points. Alright. So I guess we're going to go and drive over here and see if we can't get on the interstate. Just for fun. This field's... Turn around, that field's got a fence on it. Go. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to click the like button, please do so. If you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that good old subscribe button. We do Let's Play videos every Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over at Midtown, USA currently. We also have map videos that are scheduled to come out every Tuesday and Thursday with pretty good regularity. We occasionally will skip a day here or there, but at any rate. Also, if you're looking for a good adult place to go and play some farm sim multiplayer, I encourage you to go check out the Three Dudes website as well as PCSG. Both websites are linked in my description. They are both extremely helpful communities. They are more interested in answering your question than being rude and conceited to you, which is way too often the trend nowadays, is to just say, go figure out the problem yourself, don't bother me with it. Whereas PCSG and Three Dudes are more than willing to take your problem, churn on it a little bit, and try to come up with a helpful answer. So oftentimes it's a kind of a refreshing change of pace, if you will, to have someone that actually wants to actually help you out. So you've got those. They also have open multiplayer servers for members, both sites. So as I was saying, if you wanted to get into farm sim multiplayer, but you don't want to just dive in on random public servers that are out there, then I encourage you to go check out the Three Dudes multiplayer server or the PCSG multiplayer server. So that says don't enter, so that's obviously an off-ramp. Find the on-ramp. It's probably on the other side of the bridge here. I just wanted to get on and kind of experience this this interstate part of the map. I'm gonna loop on in here and get on the interstate and go, I guess, south, or where are we going? Run east to west, right? This interstate runs east and west for the most part. So we're doing 58 mile an hour, so let's see if anybody comes up and passes us. Or if we pass anybody up. Whoa! Whoa, buddy! Yeah, this traffic is going quick. Get out of the way. Try to knock you over, roll you, but you're not going to roll over. Bills, exit 11. So I think that's pretty cool. Look, we've got exit 11 here, so we can get off at exit 11 if we wanted to, or we could just keep on going. So obviously the vehicles on the interstate here go faster than 58 miles an hour, because they just flat out came up right on my tail end and smacked me a good one. It says speed limit 75, so I don't have anything that can go 75 to see if that's accurate or not. See if there's another exit, or if exit 11 is our only option, really. Alright. Looks like we're coming up to a bridge, so we should have another exit here. That's probably our last chance to get off. Exit 10 is in a half mile. Exit 10, we better go ahead and take it. Alright, so that was pretty fun. Pretty fun diversion there, and we got another on-ramp, or we could go up here and say, oh man, I should have got off the other exit and get back on the interstate. It's pretty cool. So until next time, guys. Happy farming.